Peace and wisdom. Wise Solace speaking. Hey, can one of you brothers let me know if I'm clear? I'm just out here getting some sun. I'm just out here having sex with nature. Just out here making love to nature, you know. Peace and wisdom, Tanner Campbell. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Like I said, I'm just out here spending time with mama. That's nature, you know. And so always have that mindset. Doesn't matter what race you are, what nationality you are. Everything we buy that's in the stores, the resources to produce it comes directly from nature. You speak in gold, anything you can think of. All the wealth of the earth is given to us by nature, which is mama. Somehow we let people take it. Now we have to pay for it, you know, apples, bananas, water, all the free things that nature give us. So of course we all have our own mother, but as a whole, even with the animals as a whole, you get it? Our food, anything you can think of, it comes directly from nature. Even our condiments, clothing, anything you can think of. And so because we have not kept up with nature, so you get it? And we have to pay for things. In regards to diet, the diet is moderation. A lot of you guys have ear problems. A lot of you guys get caught up into online politics and foolishness. So maybe you're new. Maybe you heard I believe in eating meat or a carnivore diet. I teach moderation. That's what I said. I didn't say anything about eat meat. I said be moderate. That's the diet. Whether you eat meat or you don't. In regards to just eating vegetables, I did speak about that because that's where your imbalance lies. Those that eat meat, of course, they eat vegetables too. Probably not as much as they should. But overall, most people that I know that eat meat, they eat vegetables too. So a person to eat a cheeseburger with lettuce and tomatoes on it, and you get my point? My wisdom on diet lies on balance. My wisdom on anything lies on balance. And you know, people like to switch up my words. Like I said, y'all get lost into y'all politics and foolishness. Things I tell y'all to, you know, exclude me from. I ain't big on taking sides on things and, you know, getting caught up into the childish aspects of life. But in regards to diet, if you're not someone lost into all that foolishness where you're on the vegan side or the meat side, I have nothing to do with either side. So if you heard that or you have that perspective, you're not listening right. You're too lost into your politics, your game of sides. And so if you're someone that checking for wisdom to apply to your life, to better your life and grow, focus on the things I said, not so much retard talk, you know? And so if you're somebody that's looking into diet and you like, what's the proper diet for man? Well, you have a brain to know. It's not written anywhere on earth what your diet should be. And so it all boils down to balance. If you've let someone convince you that you're supposed to eat this diet or that diet. You just haven't matured as a mind yet. Meaning you haven't matured into a place where you have your own perspective. You're still looking for, an extension of your parents, so to say. It's like residue from being a kid. We have residue from our childhood, and that most people, they seek a higher than themselves physically, like somebody to boss them around. Like the kids in the daytime say, they be like they're bully. They claim they're bullies. When I was growing up, you avoided your bully. You kind of lied and was like, ain't nobody bullying me. In the daytime, they're proud. Like, that's my bully. They'll fight each other over who gets to get bullied by a specific bully. It's a deep thing, but these things carry over into y'all adulthood. And so my teachings on diet have to do with moderation. Being moderate of how much you're eating throughout the day and how large of a portion. In regards to your enjoying snacks and all these other things that are deemed unhealthy, enjoy yourself. Be moderate. In regards to this meat being better than that meat or that thing being better than that thing, be moderate. That's it. Outside of that, eat what you like. Make sure it's moderate. Make sure you're moderate and make sure you're balanced. So I'd say make sure you get some greens on your plate, at least for dinner. Maybe you don't want to eat bacon, eggs. Maybe you don't want to eat bacon, eggs, and toast with some spinach on it. You get it? Maybe you don't want to eat your breakfast with greens involved. Your lunch either. But, try to make sure you get some greens in for dinner. Like I always say, greens, this is medicinal. If any of you guys are thrown off because y'all lost into the times, in my day, if you told someone you had a specific diet, they'd automatically assume you were sick, because the only people that have a specific diet is people that got diabetes and all other kind of sickness you can think of. Somebody that's healthy is not restricted to a specific diet. In today's times, I don't think the kids realize that. Y'all get lost on online talk in that. Y'all are running around like sick people. So if you tell me you a vegan, I have no choice but to just assume you were sick. And I need to watch, like, you might still be. Or you're just a follower, one of the other. I don't know which one. Meaning in the daytimes, you might just be following. So you're just a vegan for no reason. But in regards to, real life, anything I teach is based on reality. If you feel like, no, the vegan diet is more healthy, well, in reality, vegans are not outliving people who eat meat and this thing and that thing. Shit, vegans ain't outliving people that drink beer. So when you get into the topic of health, there's truly no such thing, because we're all gonna die. So you get my point? It's kind of just being lost into the not wanting to die thing, in that I think it's a specific diet. If I tell most of y'all how you can assure you're not gonna die tomorrow, that part, whole diet conversation go out the window when you consider that. And so, like I said, food has to do with death. It's truly not a discussion, meaning what you do out is truly not up for discussion. It's a matter of death. Whatever's being eaten is dying. I don't care if it's fruit or vegetables. Whatever being eaten is being killed. And so, like somebody said, diet. The die is in there. So you don't want to get too lost on diet. You don't want to confuse diet with knowledge or wisdom. It has nothing to do with wisdom. It has to do with the opposite. When you're dealing with wisdom, you're talking about fasting, grooming the self to not be dependent on having to eat so much. And, many of the desires we have, eating being a desire. And today times it's bad because you have people that barely can feed themselves. And so when you get to the point where you mad picky with diets, out here telling people you need to eat organic vegetables only, blood. They trying to make sure they get something in their belly, period. They ain't get to them luxuries of life where they like, all I am, I'm just eating vegetables. And I don't think people in America realize how spoiled they are. Meaning I don't think y'all realize how how feeding itself ain't really that easy. We kind of got it good. But if you go out in nature with the animals and things and, amongst your poor, their focus is to just make sure that they eat. And so I suppose them listening to y'all talk, they be like, man, them people done lost their way. And so always remember, whatever you are, vegan, whatever, if you were not privileged to live in a city and privileged to go to the store, when wintertime roll around every year, you would be eating meat, fish, or something. I don't want to hold you. Your vegetables are going to run out. You're going to eat meat. And so, like I said, I'm not lost into the sides. If you somebody that's a vegan, I wouldn't care. As long as you're a vegan, because that's your own preference, not influenced by another. It's just because that's what works with you. It's not a discussion that you care to have with the person. You're not looking to form a group with other vegans. This is weirdo stuff. You get my point? I'm not looking to form a bond with any of you because you eat what I eat. And so always keep that in mind. We kind of look to form bonds with people for things that don't matter. A lot of y'all form bonds with people because they smoke. Say, oh, you smoke? I'm going to pull up. We can light one up. You get my point? Next thing you know, this is how one locks themselves into their lows, by forming bonds concerning them. And so you will always want to be mindful of those things. Keep the mind growing. At some point, can one of you guys let me know if I'm still clear? I lose service and things out here. If my camera clear too, because I can't see it. And so if you're someone that, like I said, come for wisdom, not those of y'all that are butthurt and kind of lost in the errors in your ways. Give you an example. Most of you guys, y'all have me as a money person. Like Solace about his money. That's the narrative y'all made up because y'all overlooked that for 2 to 3 years y'all was calling me a beggar and shit for no reason. And then when I backed out that money on y'all, that was a reaction to y'all carrying on. Now y'all don't do that no more. Meaning you look at the comments, a nigga don't never bring up money here or say I'm a bum or nothing like that. But you get my point? Y'all kind of like that. Y'all shape y'all opinion and y'all perspective off of y'all own error. Meaning y'all ain't taking track of y'all own selves. In that, most of y'all forgot about that. To say like, oh yeah, niggas was riding him about that dumb shit. And so it was just a setting straight. Other than that, I'm not somebody that will pull out money or have a discussion about it. You get my point? But if I'm teaching y'all something about poverty, money, when I'm speaking poverty, I'm speaking all 3 planes of existence, mentally, emotionally, and the physical. I don't think y'all received the message because a lot of y'all come in here, you have the mindset, Solace all about money. No, y'all all about insulting people before y'all know them. In that, I'm doing my videos all that time with bank in my pocket, and y'all have a perspective that I don't. So let the disrespect begin. But I'm just giving you that example. Now, you see anybody acknowledge it and say, yeah, you're right, man. Let me change my perspective and, pay my dues and stuff like that, because technically you're right. We were out of pocket, meaning ain't none of us stepping and saying nothing. And you get my point? And that y'all get lost on y'all own. Like I said, the ego. The ego has to do with when you think you're right, even when you're wrong. Everybody has that ability, even children. They convince themselves they right about something and be dead wrong. And that, most of you guys come here, you don't learn anything. You get it? Your mind is still lost into whatever perspective you made up. This perspective being y'all own doing. Some of y'all like to talk to me about fashion. I guess y'all have a perspective. Solace is fly. He's in the clothes and stuff. So let's say I'm around you and you're not that, you ain't that fly today. So, people will be like explaining to me like, I ain't in the fashion, you get my point? But I ain't asked them nothing. Y'all like that. Like, this a real life example. I might pull up on somebody and they may not be fly that day. I ain't paying it no mind. You get it? My mind ain't into those type of things. I'm an intellectual. That should be the first thing you grasp if you come to my channel. But they'll go into explaining to me like, yeah, I ain't really into fashion and stuff like that. Kind of like, justifying how they look in the moment. I'm not even paying that any mind. Or maybe you in the fashion, so then you be like talking about it. But I don't care about those kind of conversations. I'm making that example so y'all can see y'all have perspectives in your mind. Y'all know people before y'all do. In that, y'all never make the adjustments after the correction. In that, you get it? Y'all don't learn in regards to here. Get my seating together. Now, where was I? Oh, y'all having the wrong perspective of me. It comes from the error in y'all ways, meaning y'all bring y'all dirt from environments y'all get lost in. Wisdom is not a place for critiquing or any of these things. It's just a matter of right and wrong. It's not a place for many of the things y'all bring. You have others that teach, they bring their own filth into it as well. So you get my point? I get where y'all get lost, but wisdom is a thing you respect. You don't cloud it with gossip, rumor, lie, none of these things. It's something you keep pure. Separate your emotions and all these other things from it. What's up, Gangsta Slim? And so I'm aware of these aspects of y'all, and when I'm teaching y'all, it kind of become redundant Y'all can't really learn because a lot of y'all are still trying to prove things to me. You're trying to prove a point, but you never had one. The point was already made to you. Now your perspective is all scrambled up. And that y'all don't come in the right spirit. It's like they say you can't serve two masters. A lot of y'all like the other teachers more. Now they in jail or something. And so you get it. You hold a disdain to me because I already put you up on game on things. Or maybe you like listening to other people more. So you get my point? And that you take a disdain. Let's say you're a conscious community follower. So you get a little mad at me. But it's because you serving two masters. You come here for wisdom, but you but your heart over there in that you taking offense. But you can't serve two masters. You shouldn't be looking for a master, only truth. But I'm just making a point. Come here when you're ready to learn. Deal with me in an accurate manner. If getting to know me is what you seek, then ask questions. But I prefer y'all don't come here for that. Not because I have anything to hide, but it's taken away from the wisdom. You need to get that and apply that to yourself. That's what I came for. Any of y'all want to give me vagina or something like that, you know. You have to catch me at the Prepare the Virgins. I only have sex one season a year because I like to save up my juices. I like to save up my milk of magnesia. That's that Holy Ghost. That milk. That man milk. To keep my man milk to myself, you hear? Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. I was just giving y'all a little insight on things. Maybe some of y'all can unscramble your own mind because, you know. If you're a young man and you're looking for a woman, if a woman asks you, do you rent or pay mortgage? You know, that's rent or own. If she asks you what kind of car you have, your credit score, how much money you have, things like that, run away. That person is shallow minded and they have a lot of poverty with them. They're going to cause you to be impoverished. If you're a young woman and you do that, you have to understand that you are carrying over your poverty. Meaning you may have money. Let's say you're a woman, you're a millionaire, but you ask a man that or you have that mindset. That's what I mean. You're carrying over your own poverty because you're in a place where that wouldn't matter. You get it? Let's say you're a woman, you're a millionaire. What would it matter if the dude has anything? You're not in a place where you need anything. You get it? That's why I say it's carrying over your poverty. That mindset comes from poverty. You're seeking to know what a person has because I suppose if you poor, you're looking for somebody to do some things for you. In that, when you become wealthy, you can still hold on to the mindset. In that, you'll have a rich woman in the daytime concerned with what a man has, even though it really don't matter. You get, I'm sure whatever she wants, she can get it for herself. Meaning, if you blessed enough to have, man or female, seeking out what a person, seeking out others that have is, it's redundant when you consider it. What is what they have gonna do for you? You already, you already super straight. It's really stupid when you think about it. But it's like I said, carrying over the poverty. When women speak like that, I just assume that they either haven't had things for so long, or they poor, meaning you might be like new rich, but you wasn't born. You wasn't born into asking those kind of questions. A person that always had, they don't even know too. You get it? They don't even know about that reality. Probably everybody they know got, so they don't even know to care. So keep those things in mind. Grow as people, you know. Don't let your mind get all shallowed out. This is where most women's minds are going. But y'all just do it because of, like, you know, online. Y'all want to look like y'all fit in with the times. Maybe y'all, you know, y'all hear things and y'all idolize people, so y'all like to repeat whatever y'all like that y'all hear. May not serve you. I was going to give y'all an example, but I don't want to because it's kind of personal. I don't know if the person would take an offense. Well, it ain't that bad. One day, maybe like a year ago, I was chilling with my mom's and she was saying like she want a boss. And I'm like, damn, my mom's 60 years old. What the hell is she talking? You get it? What the hell is she talking about? That's little girl talk. You get my point? And so like that, y'all can get wrapped up into online to where y'all start talking stupid, dumb shit that y'all never lived or ever even thought about or cared about. And so in regards to wanting a boss, if you're not seeking somebody to boss you around, then that, you get it? Boss got to do with work. I'm a boss, but outside of my work, don't nobody I deal with care. I'm not their boss. My baby mamas don't care. They ain't gonna let me boss them around. You get it? Meaning whoever your spouse is, in regards to reality, I suppose they hope you leave your work at the work. Meaning if you a boss at work, hopefully you leave that there. Don't be coming here bossing people around. And so you get my point. Now I get it. I know it sound good that you want a boss if you a woman, but like I said, you don't work with the man. You with the man. So that aspect of his life is irrelevant in regards to you. Unless you work for him and he your boss. You in a dating co-worker, so you like, I want the boss. Apply them Jews to self. Try not to get too dumbed out on online and shallow-minded talk. And if you choose to, you know, separate foolish values from matters concerning, you know, wisdom. And one last jewel. Don't become a promoter of poverty. Because I'm noticing y'all have that in the daytimes. Meaning a lot of y'all fall on hardships, or it's always been hard for you. And so y'all have y'all little groupings where y'all like hate money and whoever you think got it. And you get it? Kind of make it look like they're lost into money is evil and they're lost into, you get it, my point? before. And so that definitely ain't it. Meaning, I wouldn't know y'all point. We all been broke. We know how it is when you broke. You like, man, fuck money, man, and fuck the nigga that got some too, because I want some. When things get tight, big baby, you don't really like nice fly shit when shit hard. You like, nah, fuck that. It ain't even about that. If you going through hardship, man, I'm just having fun. But y'all know what I mean. You know, when a person going through hardship, they be too angry. But if you still got laughs in you, it's just normal to be going through hardships and then get mad. Get mad at all the fly shit in life, but you don't want to. You don't want your poverty to become you, where you become the promoter of it now. You get it? There ain't nothing with falling on a hardship, but you don't want to be the hardship promoter where you're like, money is equal. You get it? Everybody got bills and things to do. You got to get real. When I'm speaking money, I'm speaking whatever's the currency of the time. In the daytimes, money is a digital thing. You know, numbers on the screen. Maybe a time before that, money was paper. Before that, coins. Before that, just metals itself. Before that, food. You know, agriculture, livestock, things of that matter. The resources, basically. So when I'm speaking on, money, I'm speaking from that perspective. The earth produces all the wealth for all of us, more than, any of us can have. Meaning life itself wants us all to have wealth. It produces it for us too. It's not evenly spread about, but do you get my point? You don't want to hate you don't want to become a hater of the things that Mama Earth is providing for you just because you got robbed of your share. That's not. We've been impoverished for centuries. And so everything boils down to moderation and balance. It's that simple. Living the right life, having the right lifestyle so you don't, fall into the things that many do. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Peace and wisdom, Sir Jones. Yeah, everything is simple when you're dealing with wisdom. Wisdom got to do with the receding. You get my point? In regards to dependencies, we have a lot of desires, we have a lot of stupid ideals, we have a lot of things that cause us burdens. It's reaching a place where you mature and content in self, where you don't have to chase all the ideals and stupidities of life, but you find your own groove. And you get my point? Because the way y'all are going, 10 years from now, y'all gonna be like, if you ain't got a helicopter blood, you a bum. You get my point? This can go all the way to... You see this river here? I own this river. This is not even outdoors. This is indoor. Like, all of this. Y'all can't compete with that. Start fronting on y'all big hard. Yeah, you see this? This is not even a real river. This is just mine. It's like... help me to get to the airport faster. It's really a bath time. A point I'm making. Wisdom should simplify your life, make things easier, better. Shouldn't be becoming more frustrated and, things of that nature. Now, if you have any questions, ask. Need to start a fire, Shelly. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you visit the website upscaleknowledge.org. Get those lecture magazines. Supposed to be 70 degrees, but I'm not feeling. It's not feeling 70-ish. There you go, love, balance. Everything rests on that. Most people do not understand what that means. This is where ego kicks in. Like I said, the ego is when you guys have the ability to make yourselves feel like you're right, even when you're wrong. And that balance, which is a matter of fair, most people can't be fair because they can make themselves feel like they're right even if they're not. And so you get my point. This is where the teachings of egos, kind of comes into play. But y'all have ego as something else. So do you get my point? Y'all never learn anything real that can truly be applied. But ego has to do with that, conquering that aspect of self. In regards to arrogance and things of that nature, it doesn't matter how arrogant a person gets because life will check that. In that, you guys don't never have to worry about y'all arrogance or things of that nature. Your ego will get bursted when somebody who's better than you comes along and whatever you have ego for. But in regards to you feeling like you're right, can't nobody bust your bubble on that. That's something you have to truly humble down and be like, you know what? I'm wrong. And maybe I'm seeing things from the wrong perspective. And this is the beginnings of most of you guys getting your life on the right track. It starts there with seeing where you went wrong so that you can see where you went wrong in regards to, the direction of your actual life. And so when you get to the real ego teachings, which have to do with that, your perspective, y'all are not learning that. Y'all are learning that ego has to do. Y'all are learning slave talk, so if you feel less than the person, you get it, then you're like, they have ego, and y'all use these terms as tools to attack or to uplift. But in regards to understanding ego and humility accurately, this having to do with you having the ability to make yourself right to you whenever you want. In regards to that, learning it accurately, most people have not, started their path of wisdom. They still lost into, the falsehoods, the shallow things, so to say. I don't want to say falsehood so much because y'all still are believers in stuff. So y'all haven't even gotten to truth and lie. Y'all are in limbo. That's what belief is. When you don't have to make a decision, you can just play dumb. I don't know how to explain it without y'all taking offense. A Christian ain't come to terms with things yet, so they ain't indecisive still. So you get it? That's why they have belief, belief system, like a middleman, like being in limbo, where you haven't made a decision yet. So y'all are safe there in y'all religions, y'all belief systems. Meaning y'all can still fuck up and do any old dumb thing y'all want and just be like, I charge it to God. Don't worry, he'll die for me. Real selfish, egotistical things. But like I said, y'all are just growing souls. Y'all not self-aware. You get my point? And that a Christian come here, they take offense, they don't realize, like, what I'm saying is good for you and God. Because right now you're abusive. You're like, whatever sins I do, God gonna die. He gonna pay for it for me. Don't worry about it. In that, y'all ain't never gonna you ain't gonna never get your life together if you got that kind of cushion. A Christians gonna always not have no morals because they don't have to. They have a scapegoat. A sacrificial lamb. A thing to just die for them. I ain't saying that's the reality, but I'm just saying it's already set like that. So if you in a religion, you get my point? You like somebody that's still indecisive, like in limbo. You still need something to abuse until you come to terms with things. So in that, God is all beat up. And he gonna wash up his blood and all this bad shit. They haven't come to terms to realize, hold on, that's disrespectful. I'm an adult. Don't nobody need to be getting beat up and hung up on crosses because I can't control my sins. You get it? Unless you Christians don't believe that God gonna die for their sins, then I get it. Well, I don't get it. I don't get anything that has to do with death. So if you have a religion where somebody's dying, especially God, lost me. So most haven't gotten to a place of truth yet. There you go. Taking accountability. Most are still immature as a soul. We grow up and our bodies get grown, but in regards to the emotional state in the mind, the soul. Well, there's no puberty for that. You have to manually do that, meaning you have to mature yourself, broaden your perspective, or raise it. But you get my point? It's fear. Religious people are scared. They have the boogeyman. They haven't reached a place where they understand I'm grown, whatever I do, whatever wrong paths I take, I just have to take the long journey back. You get my point? Every aspect of life is like every aspect of life. If I fuck up in real life, no one's gonna save me. Yes, my parents gonna do what they can, but overall, it's on me. You get my point? Kid struggle to get to that place, adults do as well. Meaning this is why y'all fuck up in physical life. Those of y'all that do, you have some kind of crutch. Like somebody that picks up your slack. Some of y'all go to jail a lot because you got people to send you packages and you get it. But if you didn't have these support systems, these crutches, you would watch your step a little better because you can't afford it. Meaning you can't afford to mess up if ain't nobody gonna bail you out. In that, you kind of take more accountability for self. You kind of watch how you carry it. If some of y'all ain't have people to borrow from, y'all would be more cautious with y'all money. Because you knowing, like, I ain't got nobody to go to. So look at all aspects of life as like the same way. You have to just get to a place where you realize, like, there's no one over you that punishes you all. You know, your wrong steps and your wrongdoings, you just have to walk the long road back. You have to fix whatever messes you make with yourself. If you let yourself get lost or dumbed out, you get it? You have to do the untangling. And that's just that. But in regards to whatever you choose or whatever happens, it's all just experience. Nothing can happen to you. You're gonna die, yeah, but you don't know what that is, so it don't matter. You hear my point? Meaning most of y'all are scared of death. So that's why y'all have a religion or whatever you have where you think something gonna save you from it. So you see how the whole teachings itself is just based on fear. If most of y'all had a perspective like, man, ain't no death, I ain't worried about that. Death got to do with like unconsciousness and waking up again. And every aspect of life is like every aspect of life. So the same way I fall into death every day and wake up, I guess it's just longer on that end. In that, y'all don't look for God to raise y'all from unconsciousness every night. You get it? Y'all view it like y'all got it. Y'all don't, but you view it that way. In the all of existence, you have to have it. You get my point? Meaning you in physical life, there's a force that's going to snatch you up out of your abyss or your darkness. But that's just a display of what you have to do for yourself in the long run. Look at death as the long sleep. Look at death as, your turn. Ain't nobody gonna snatch you up out that darkness. You got to do it yourself. But you've been given all them days of an example of how you fall into darkness and then you raise out of it. When I say darkness, I'm speaking of unconsciousness. Every day y'all get that example. Y'all are sucked into it, and something sucks y'all out of it. So y'all supposed to be learning that. How to transcend your darkness the way it's done for you daily, like the display. But most don't learn from life, they learn from men's mouths. So a man's perspective can only go so far. Man can't tell you what's after unconsciousness. Only divinity can. Now I'm about to tell you what's after. You like how I did that, right? Ooh, big egos. Big egos. I eat egos. If you thought you were smart, I'm just preparing my table, and I'm gonna eat. So you don't have to get jealous or anything. You'll never be wise as me. That's how you rub that in. You'll never be as wise as I am, big baby. So you don't even have to worry about it. You have a wake. This is life. Consciousness. Life. Light. You have the unconsciousness. The darkness. The death. Unconscious. You have those two aspects in life and within your being. And every day you fall into that unconsciousness. This is when you don't even remember you exist. let alone your kids or anything else in physical life. You're gone. And then you get sucked out of that darkness and brought back into the light. And this is displayed to you every day. Y'all call it sleeping. It's just regular to y'all. It happens so much. There's no thought process with it. It just is. Now that's a lesson for you to learn, that a time will come where you have to pull yourself out of your own unconsciousness, because unconsciousness and conscious are not physical things. If you lost and you say, no, consciousness is physical, you're conscious in the physical, but the consciousness ain't got nothing to do with it. If I told y'all to give me consciousness, like put it in the bag for me, y'all can't. If I ask you, well, how you became conscious while you was in unconscious, you know, when y'all have dreams, this is y'all becoming conscious while in the darkness, meaning you're supposed to be knocked out, not in existence. And when you're dreaming, you are half not in existence. You get, you get it? There's no presence there. But I'm giving you that example. Consciousness has nothing to do with the physical. In that, y'all can't escape unconscious and conscious, which is light and darkness. And so you're in the physical life, therefore something snatches you out of your unconsciousness. Whatever is teaching, you know, are giving us this display of transcending the darkness. That's unconsciousness. Once you lose your body, do you get it? There's nothing to pull you out of your unconsciousness or your darkness. But you should already know how to do it, because you've been in life and you've seen all aspects of life. So you get my point? You should have learned. Now, orgasm, of course, this is consciousness. This is the beginnings of life. Orgasm. If you're lost and you say how, everything you see started with orgasm. Your father orgasmed you and your mother. That white substance, that's the Holy Ghost, the spirit of whoever you see in life. That's my beginnings, your beginnings. Some of y'all gonna have kids when y'all get older. That's gonna be their beginnings when you ejaculate out the Holy Ghost, which is them in spirit form. The exhale is the body, so the mother holds the body and the father holds the spirit, you know, the brand new soul. It's just a liquid at that stage, but it's still a spirit, a soul, a consciousness, life. Like I said, that's put into the egg cell. That's the body. Orgasm, or that substance that we call orgasm, which is the beginnings of physical life. It's coming from nirvana, or heaven. In the Far East, they call it nirvana. Nirvana being the realm of bliss, basically good pleasures. And so you can say the Far East, their perspective of heaven, which is nirvana, is defined better. Y'all view heaven as however y'all do, but in the Far East, they are more well defined in describing that heaven is a place before orgasm, or orgasm is the doorway between the physical life and before that. Like I said, all spirits are coming from orgasm. If orgasm is the door, so all souls was in heaven before the fall or the orgasm. And so this is where shedding the ego and all these many things I teach start. Y'all getting back to heaven. Y'all escaping y'all own darkness, which is the unconsciousness. Meaning if you have nobody and you're just in your unconscious darkness, you'd have to orgasm out. Of course, you don't have a body, so, but it's just like when you sleep and dream, you orgasm, then you wake up, you be like that. You have to orgasm, meaning when you're dead and you have no physical body, and you're just in your unconsciousness or darkness. In like physical life, you have the ability to dream or, have an afterlife. Overall, you're still stuck in your own darkness, and you have to transcend yourself out the same way you used to do in physical life, where you wake up out of it. And the way that's done is through orgasm, meaning you have to be filled up with love, excitement, and all the good positive things. This is how one feels. You know how I always tell you guys, you gotta be sexy, like, and y'all be like, Solace is gay. I have my shirt open. I'd be like, you gotta be sexy, like with a Z though, sexy. Y'all think that shit is a joke, like, he play too much. I'm giving you the jewels, big baby. When y'all feel sexy, then y'all are excited and loving, and you have to feel like that when you're dead. Like, most people, they rack up their negative emotions. They hold on to that more. In that, when most people die, they be stuck having fights with their negativities. These things come off them. They take their own shape and form, their own persona. Of course, anger, hate, all these things, they are their own person. Hate is its own spirit. It just comes into man. So we are angry. And we have the angry face, which is the same face no matter who you are. That personality that's separate from all of us. We're not anger, but we can become possessed by it. And so, you die angry, you die with hate, and all these things come off you. They take their own character in person as they are. And so, like I said, most people, they die, they find themselves fighting all their negativity, like physically, like a dream, like an afterlife. But you have to be love-filled, like how you are when you feel sexy, and you have to orgasm out of the darkness. This is like waking up, or bursting through the unconsciousness, going before, or going to the place before orgasm, which is nirvana or heaven. If this makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't, I don't want to keep carrying on. But when y'all get to a place where y'all get good with the balance in those aspects of life, therefore y'all perspective be fair. Take a time out and learn those things from me. What I was just explaining, like how y'all have to orgasm out. That's just the shallow way of explaining things, because y'all minds are still shallow. So I'm just making it shallow. Like, you have to orgasm out. Orgasm is the doorway, and you get it. This is what the Kundalini teachings is about. I did a video in the past where I explained the Kundalini have to do with orgasm, and I was explaining how the coccyx, which is the tailbone of your spine, is coiled. This is why they say the Kundalini has to do with the coiled energy at the base of the spine. Y'all don't know science or biology in that, you get it? Y'all don't have a mind to know, like, yeah, there's a thing called the coccyx. It's coiled. It's exactly what you're describing. Like that. The coccyx aligns with the testicles. Of course, the testicles is where the sperm cells is. This is where orgasm happens. And you get my point? The tailbone aligning with the prostate and, your private area. And so it's saying that energy uncoils into the genitals, making it become erect, and consciousness is pushed out, or a soul, Now, in regards to your getting or attaining higher levels of consciousness, well, coming is souls can't shed their ego. This is their ability to think that they're right even when they ain't. So you get it? It all goes together, but this is how I'm so wise. I burst through the unconsciousness. This is where all the wisdom is. It's like a swimming pool. I just dive in and I know everything. But there's really nothing to know. There's just one thing going through many different emanations, transitions, stages. So night and day. It's the same thing. It's just one thing waking up and going to sleep. Like that. Like just one thing doing its thing and the many aspects of the one thing. And so it's the same with you. All being made in the image of the greater thing. It's a deep thing. I can't stop laughing. Y'all funny to me. I wonder if y'all be grasping or not. Like, you get it? I can't see y'all. Y'all usually can see me. And that I can't tell if y'all grasping. I can't tell if y'all can appreciate the level of intellect I just bestowed y'all with. I'll say it that way. Meaning some of y'all have ego problems in the way I describe. Some of y'all have emotional problems. Many different aspects of y'all problems. In that, I just told y'all the deepest thing in life. But grasping it meaning. So that is the thing. And so none of you guys know when y'all gonna die. That's why the teachings are important. Now I'm getting really chilly. This topic can go on for hours. This topic can go on for centuries, meaning you have to actually apply the wisdom to self. This is where, my Rafe Yoga teachings come into play, meaning you have to understand posture. A lot of times we sit, we slouch. You have to learn your inner thighs, your ankles, where sickness derives. Sickness is raising. Health is descending. So you have to learn these aspects of self. Meaning the wisdom has to be heard. Then there's the physical applyings and doings. Y'all feeling good and thinking good coincides with y'all looking good. You can look good and feel like shit and think like shit. You can look good or you can look bad. And think clear. You get my point? But look at it like the casino. You gotta get all three. All three got to be one. All three aspects of self have to become one. And this is where the glory lies. When y'all think good, good being fair. So think of the Bible. It says they made night, then they made day, and then it was good. They made man, but ain't nobody said it was good till they made like Eve, the woman. Then he said it was good after that. To show you like this is a matter of balance. Good, that is. Meaning good is balance. That's why the Bible's written like that. Where it made all opposites and then said it was good. And then it made the man. It didn't say it was good until it made the woman. fully grasp, like, oh, good is balance. So you have to learn how to read, comprehend, things like that. But this is all dependent on your emotional state, meaning how the mind works is dependent on the emotional state. If the emotional state is scrambled, the mind's going to be scrambled. So the emotional state has to become chilled. Then the mind can, do what it does, which is pull and draw in information. The emotional state is gonna interfere, intervene with the mind pulling directly from what's straight and kind of, going off course, sucking in what it doesn't even need. So you want to keep the emotional state right. When the emotional state is bad, you start gravitating towards things that you naturally wouldn't, because you're looking for a certain kind of comfort, a certain kind of justification, or, whatever you need to get through. And so you never want to trust your emotions. Always trust your mind and your intellect. Especially if you're a woman, you probably be like, I got women's intuition. Intuition is good, but it's dependent on the emotions. And so you want to mature and grow to mind. This is where you always right. Judge on our emotions and trying to make decisions on that. You don't really know what you're going to get. But when you use your head, y'all ain't never been wrong when y'all did that. When y'all remove y'all emotions and y'all just go with the logic, y'all ain't never wrong. Y'all only get wrong when y'all try to put y'all emotions in it, or y'all gravitate towards y'all emotions. And so you always keep that in mind. Intuition is good, but intuition still has to do with the emotional mind. And so you want to raise to a place of pure intellect. In that, whatever your intuition is telling you, your mind will already know. You get it? It's the same thing, but your emotions is in the way, so you just get ugly feelings, and you get it? You don't get the message. You get a feeling that a person is a creep. You don't just get it in your mind. They're a creep. It don't just pop in your mind without disturbing you. So like that, you got to get to a place of intellect. You don't have to play those games with yourself. You just look at a person's resume, and it becomes that easy, where you're like, oh yeah, they sell dope and they kill people. Yeah, they're bad. Oh, they're in the entertainment business. Oh, yeah, they do bad things. You don't have to question. You get it? When you're dealing with intellect, you don't have to question anything. It just is what it is. Say, nah, but I like this star or that star. So then this is where you're going to interfere with your logic. Because now you're going to be like, no, wait, they're not all bad. If the good ain't saying nothing against the bad, then what do you call good? Because good is opposing the bad. I wouldn't suppose the good and the bad could be under the same umbrella. Y'all say there's good cops and bad ones. Y'all say, I don't think all cops are bad. How not? I ain't seen the good ones calling out the bad ones. We kind of got to catch the bad ones in the act, and then I guess y'all call the good ones the ones that just turn their back on their fellow officer and act like, I don't know, I ain't down with that nigga. But they never say nothing ahead of time. All the good cops know who the bad cops are. They are not coming forward right now ahead of time before somebody gets their head blown off or something. That part. The good cop know, like, this cop right here got a bad fucking attitude. I don't think he should be out on the streets. Dude is a lunatic. They already know that. They work with him. They see his emotional state. They see, like, oh yeah, he racist a little bit. I just heard what he said. He throwed. But they never say anything. They don't be like, hey, everybody, I'm a good cop and I want to put all the bad cops on blast. They keep their mouth shut until the bad cop get theyself into too much trouble that they can't save them from. Then they separate themselves from them. And that you got to grasp. Ain't no such thing as a good cop. How? Good and bad don't fall under the same umbrella. You can't serve two masters. And this is what most people cannot wrap their mind around. It's either good or it ain't. Good does not consist of a little bit of bad. Y'all do it with y'all truth. Y'all truth can have a little bit of lie in it, and y'all will look at it as truth still. But truth have no lie in it. Lie is a mixture of truth and uncertainties. That's what lie consists of. Scrambled truth. Truth ain't like that, where it got like a little bit of lie in it. Sprinkles. Nah, that's not how it works. Truth don't got no belief in it. That's maybe. Nah, truth don't work like that. Belief serve lie, not truth. Truth is right now, ever present. Ain't no waits till laters. For what? That part. I'm helping Christians out with that. They're waiting on their God. God is ever present, blood. I'm not sure what y'all think y'all following, but if you think God's somewhere sleeping in bed, waiting for his show to start, nigga, you high. God is ever present, and you have to become aware of it. God ain't reaching for you to notice it. But when you decide you want to, you will. And it's gonna start with your waking up. Yeah, who pulled me up out of that darkness? It's gonna start there, cause you damn sure don't. And you start thinking of the heart and how it beats on its own. You ain't got no control over that. Your lungs is pumping and you ain't got no control over that. Then let the knowing God start to kick in. That part. You see a bird flying. Understanding that every animal on the planet is just a stage in man's manifesting. It's just the natures of man. All animals y'all see is just the many natures of a person. A man. Man is a bird in his glory, or a bird is a nature. One of the natures that men have. I mean, erection have to do with flight. If you're lost, when a man's penis becomes erect, it becomes light. If it was not attached to his stomach, it would probably float off. You can put a rag on a man's penis, it would just lift the rag up. You can try and push his penis down, it will just pop back up. Like, it refuses to go down when it's erect. And this is what erection is. It's the same force that makes a baby go from jelly to standing up straight and walking straight, as opposed to crawling around. You get it? It's the same force that makes a bird fly. Look at the bird. The bird is erect when it's flying. Look at its body. Look how its feet. Oh, y'all can't see it. I'm sorry. Look how its feet is snatched back. See, most people don't understand birds. Like I said, I learned directly from nature. Look, when I'm gonna go close to make the bird fly, and look at its feet and its body. It becomes stiff. It's a deep thing. If you can ever get a close-up image of a bird when it's in flight, you'll grasp the power of erection. And what I'm saying, it's the foundations of flight. If man ever wondered, like, how do we fly? Y'all don't understand erection and it being a part of y'all being, but after puberty, you get my point? Y'all stop there. Meaning, as a baby, y'all bodies is like a soft dick. A baby is like a soft dick. Then at some point, that baby becomes erect and its bones becomes hard and it stands up and runs about. And it's erect. This is the first stage of erection. Walking. Standing up. But that's not the ends of it. The ends of it is flight. Man never achieving that. Not even knowing that he can. A bird doesn't fly because it has wings. A bird flies because it knows how to become erect. like a man's penis. Imagine if y'all bodies became erect like a penis, where your body becomes stiff and hard and strong with veins popping out of it, and you just raise up like a penis does. And so grasp. BX Boogie said, that's dumb, everything is documented. When you say everything is documented, you're basically saying everybody in life knows everything already, but everybody in life doesn't know everything. Yeah, you have scientists. Maybe they don't study birds as good as I do. Try that. And so, you're dumb. This is why I put the camera on the bird. Hopefully it caught it good. This is why I said, look at how its feet snatches back. If you've ever held the bird, an eagle or something, maybe you were in school and they let you hold, a dove or something. When it's trying to fly, it is hard, like a penis. It's firm. It's erect. And so, of course, man goes through puberty. When I say man, I'm speaking of mankind. Women, they become erect and they walk too. Like I said, we're speaking of the power of erection. We're not speaking of where an immature person's mind may wander, but we're speaking man and woman. And so both go through puberty, becoming erect in that way, meaning they're able to raise life from the dead, which is an erection, resurrection. Hopefully y'all not taking these things I teach. Stop coming here looking to oppose the things I'm saying. I am divine, whether you grasp that or not. And I'm taking out a time. I can always depart. I really don't got time, Every time I'm explaining something, there's it's like, I don't have time for that. If y'all don't know that I'm extremely wiser than y'all, you just end all the teachings. I don't have time for it. It's not like I'm looking for y'all. You call that cosign. Peace and wisdom, BX Boogie. I guess I'm not understanding what you wrote, champ, but salam, shalom. Now, like I was saying, erection is a force that has to do with flight. And so, whether you have a body or not, like I said, erection is not a physical force, but it is a force that's with your being, just like unconsciousness, which is not physical, is an aspect or a part of your being. Just like awake is a part of unconsciousness or the transcending of it. But you get my point? You have to get to a place where you grasp and you can. And so, after puberty, when mankind is able to become erect and raise souls from the dead. This is when y'all have children and things. Sperm cells are in the lower parts. The egg cell is in the lower parts. So this is like raising souls out of the darkness, the underworld. But y'all get that ability at puberty, meaning this is another stage of erection. You're being able to resurrect the deads from the lower parts of self. This is the egg cell, the sperm cell, just real life aspects of self. Now after puberty, your souls are supposed to become mature. This is the pinnacles of erection, that force that you have with yourself, that helped you to raise up on your feet and walk, that helped you to get the puberty. I apologize. Hopefully y'all heard me enough. But I was saying, after puberty, y'all are supposed to go into the pinnacles of erection, which is flight. still live in y'all carnal nature, in y'all lower mind. In that, when the power of erection overtakes y'all, it is drawn to y'all lower parts, which is y'all penis, your vagina. It does not spread all over your whole countenance, making your whole body erect, where you take flight or start to float, like kind of how a penis is, where you cannot push it down. You'd be like that. Y'all would kind of like float or start to fly, and no one would be able to pull y'all down. And the body would be erect and firm and strong, just like a penis would be. But like I said, y'all minds are still lost into the physical. Y'all minds still serve y'all lower nature. In that, when the power of erection comes over y'all, this is the power of horniness, meaning y'all become excited and love-filled, and you get it? The power of erection, it comes upon y'all because your mind serves the lower aspects of self. All the power is directed to your lower parts, making that stiff and erect, as opposed to the whole vessel. And you get it? You kind of just rise from there. So hopefully you guys grasp. So hopefully you guys grasp. Yeah, go ahead, enjoy yourself. Nah, I'm just recording. Now, if you have any questions, y'all can ask. I'm getting chilly. That's what a lot of y'all need. Time in nature, time by the riverside, drawing the energies. I don't understand what you're saying, BX Boogie. Say, what if we were to blow somebody back up with the butters on our feet? Your mind is not mature enough for my channel, but I don't mind if you kick back and enjoy yourself. But I do want to tell you that. I'm looking at your comment. I don't think you're mature enough for this channel. I'm a deep intellectual. Kind of old too. So, but like I said, you good. You can chill. All right? Whatever. Let the mind mature. This is the soul. That way you can, perceive things better. Like I said, it all goes back to the ego. That being one having the ability to make themselves right even when they ain't. And that carries over into y'all perspective in y'all mind. And so this is what has to be conquered for y'all to see things straight and have the right perspective so that y'all can have the right, answers in regards to life. When I say answers, I'm speaking understanding. How you good, BX Boogie? Can I get some thumbs up? Y'all lacking, in y'all balance. And y'all good-naturedness. Meaning if you come in here angry, this is not the place for anger. You get your anger together before you come. If I can help you with it, I can help you with it. But if not, you got to do that works. Now I want to do a deep video for y'all this evening, but like I said, I'm not sure if you guys are mature enough for this level of content. I do deep meditations and all kinds of things that y'all have not even begun to learn. And that a lot of things I'm teaching is beyond y'all. Meaning if I tell most of y'all meditation starts with the breath, understanding the in and out breath and how it correlates to the up and downs of self, which is the consciousness and the unconsciousness. The inhale breath aligning with the down or the unconsciousness. The out breath aligning with the up or the consciousness. And so this is the beginnings of one understanding meditation, meaning you sit, the back must be erect, and then you must focus for a time on your in and out breath, this being your soul. The soul pulsates in that way. The body responds. The soul is like airs, it just goes in and out. The soul being the unconscious and the conscious too, that goes in and out. So you understand, you have to understand this manifests in the physical as the comings and the goings, or what we call the tide. Where thing comes and goes. But if you guys were here with me presently, we'd all sit on our yoga mats, and you get my point. Cross the legs, get the back erect, and then you get my point, close y'all eyes, and then y'all would be listening to what I'm saying with y'all eyes closed. Then from there, I tell you guys, try to relax your face muscles. I'm saying what I'm saying because many of you guys want to sit with your eyes closed. I don't know if you're in that environment. Take the free lesson. Give back when you can. But, sit with your legs closed. Get a perspective on the in and out breath. That aspect goes a little deeper than what I just said, but let's skip ahead to after you rest conscious mind. That's the up and downs. Look at it like outer space has no up, down, in and out. In that in and out and up and down is the same thing. It just depends on what perspective or angle you're looking at it from. Now I say, try and relax your face muscles. Now after you guys are sitting with your legs closed and you're trying to relax your face muscles, you will come to realize, oh, every time I relax it, it can become more relaxed. And then more relaxed, meaning you will get to a place where you realize, damn, every time I'm trying to relax my face muscles, I come to realize it's not all the way relaxed. And I can relax it more and more and more. You get it? Like that. You could try right now. Close your eyes and try to relax your face muscles. After you sit there with it relaxed, you're going to feel like, hold on, I can relax it more and more. You get it? And you'll come to realize, damn, every time I thought it was fully relaxed, I'm realizing it's not. This is the beginnings of the soul or the consciousness going or evolving beyond the vessel. The same way your eyes kind of go beyond your vessel. Meaning y'all can see beyond yourselves. Y'all voice, the sound of y'all, it goes beyond yourself. So it's the same with y'all mind or y'all awareness. It can go beyond the vessel. But I'm not speaking astral projection. That's why I said you guys can see all the way across that river. That's your vision going that far beyond the body. You guys can yell and scream. This is your sound coming from self. It goes way beyond the body. So it's the same with your consciousness or your soul. It can go beyond the body without leaving it. The sight and the sound being the aspects of the soul. So, like I said, I do a lot of deep level meditations that most of you guys have not started to learn. Meaning y'all learn meditation, but I guess y'all learn it from people who know as good as they do. The deeper the mind, the deeper the understanding. The top levels of meditation, like I said, it starts there. Understanding the breath. And so from there you understand pulling, answers, as I call it. I was going to say deep thought, but you already have that. You should. But drawing in the answers, understanding your questions, or you as a soul having a question is like an exhale, and you're bringing in the answer is like an inhale. And that anything you want to know has to be inhaled in. Meaning, you see how your breath goes out and it automatically comes back in? If you can view that breath as you as a soul with a question, the answer has to come back in that same fashion immediately. In that, whatever y'all need to know or want to know, once you get the thought, the answer follows. But the mind and the body has to be put on a certain tune. This is where, my Rafe Yoga teachings and meditations and stuff come into play. So when you see me sitting down and doing a little Rafe Yoga thing, that's just like a piece. Meaning that's just, I guess, the entertainment aspect. If you just watching me, I can make myself really, really light where I could just, use my breath to raise up or do most of the work. Meaning the inhale breath is powerful. It's where all your strength is. If you're ever doing pull-ups or push-ups, come up on the inhale and you'll see like, oh yeah, I ain't have to do that much work with my arms. The inhale kind of did most of the work. So hopefully you guys grasp. If any of you guys want to learn meditation the accurate way from the beginnings, you can always get a one-on-one. Like I said, it starts with the in and out breath, but before that, it starts with your understanding that meditation is medication for the soul or the spirit. These two aspects of self not being physical, so you can't medicate your soul physically. You can only do it through meditation. So meditation, medication is pretty much the same thing. One being the physical aspect and the other being the unphysical aspects of the same thing. That's healing. So hopefully you guys grasp. I'm about to depart. If any of you guys want to give back, you can click on one of my previous videos. Click on the description. My links are there. Cash App, PayPal, all those things. If you have another way you want to give back, you can. Visit the website, upscaleknowledge.org. No funny spellings. That's .org. Check out the lecture magazines and all that stuff. Now, Big Uzi is departing. Like I said, I may come back later. I'm getting a little chilly. I have to go warm myself.